Evening viewers, tonight I'm here to make a video. Aussie Roadshow recently made a video showing his favourite horror movies, and a few people have been doing it, including SVR73. He showed off his favourite horror tapes. I thought, I think I'll show off my favourite horrors, but these are horrors that I remember from my childhood, and they have a reason and a purpose. So these are ones I remember the most, and particularly my favourite. So before I start this, I'd just like to comment. This is the greatest television series I've ever seen in my life. The Kingdom and The Kingdom 2 is the greatest fucking show I've ever seen. Now, I was a bit skeptical at first. I didn't really know what it was about. It is a Danish series, and I know the director, Lars von Trier. I've seen Breaking the Waves and a few other of his films. I was a bit hesitant, but then when I saw it, it started off as a ghost story, but then it got better and better, and eventually the plot just turned into this crazy thing like Twin Peaks. You had a gigantic baby, you had zombification. It got so weird, this series. It is amazing. Please check out The Kingdom and The Kingdom 2, even though it's season 2, and it's the most incredible show I've ever seen. Unfortunately, there was never a third season because the main actor died, which is so disappointing because I really want to know what happens. It was a cliffhanger series, and it really made me upset to know that there's no Kingdom 3. However, it was remade as Stephen King's Kingdom Hospital. Now, I'm a bit, once again, skeptical on that show because it's only rated M. And another thing is that I just don't like American remakes. But I am going to check it out just to see if they did conclude the actual story of the series. But by all means, Kingdom is the greatest series I've ever seen. Okay, so first movie is Nightmare on Elm Street 4. I must have hired at least 10 to 15 times when I was younger. I watched it so many times I wore out the tape, literally. This is my favorite movie out of the Nightmare on Elm Street series when I was younger. Now that I look back on it, I like the original, but for some reason when I was younger, the fourth one was my favorite out of the lot. I just keep hiring and hiring every week. I also used to hire the third one quite a bit back in the day, but number 4 was my favorite. Creepshow 2, this is one which I hired a shitload back in the day when I was younger. I remember seeing this VHS on the shelf, and I looked at it and I thought just the back image was pretty fucking cool. And I rushed home and I saw this before Creepshow 1. That's why I love Creepshow 2 so much. I saw it and I just fell in love with it. I've got the original Roadshow. I've also got a Betamax of it as well. But I just couldn't believe this movie, how good it was. I mean, when I was younger, I loved this movie. Then I finally saw Creepshow 1, but for some reason, I like Creepshow 2 better. I don't know what it was. I liked it better, and I still do, because I guess it was just one of those things, one of my childhood things when I saw this movie. I've also got the Anchor Bay DVD. This is the first release, and then they actually released it in a special edition, which has commentaries and a whole bunch of cool goodies in there. So, but no Blu-ray yet, as of yet, so we'll have to see what happens. But yes, Maniac, this is quite a shocker. I actually never saw this on VHS. I never saw it on video. I saw Maniac on DVD. I actually got this DVD from Easy DVD back in the day when they were still around, and it was an import. As you can see, it was an import from this company, the same company that imported the Creepshow 2 DVD. I left the stickers on just for a bit of nostalgia, but they imported DVDs back, and I saw it and I was just blown away by it. I also have the Umbrella DVD, but I don't know what I've done with it. I got really frustrated. I couldn't find it the other day. I know I have it, just couldn't find it. But I also have the tin. I got this just after I got that one. I think it was around 2003 I actually got this tin. It's a rare tin now, apparently. And look at this. Some of my tins are corroding a bit. I was quite shocked the other day. But yeah, I wish I kept in better condition. But the Maniac tin. And also, I recently got the Blu-ray. Now this is, I know it's Maniac, but when you see it in Blu-ray, it is a big upgrade from the DVD, you will notice. Still, I mean, it was a 16mm film, but it looks pretty damn good in Blu-ray. I'm not going to criticize it. And yeah, that's a definite upgrade for any Maniac fan. Definitely checked out the 30th anniversary edition. But Maniac's one of my all-time favorites. Ah yes, The Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2, it holds a special place in everyone's heart, every horror fan's heart. I actually saw this on video first. I remember hiring it. And the thing is that when I first saw this, I had no clue what it was about. I saw a skeleton on the front smiling. I flipped it over, and believe it or not, I thought this was a Western for some weird... I thought it was like some sort of Western horror set in the desert. Because you look at the back, and, you know, it looks like it's in the desert. That looks like in some sort of saloon in the Old West. I don't know, for some reason I thought this was a Western. It was really weird. And then when I saw it, I was like, it was nothing as I expected it to be in my head when I pictured it looking at this in the video store. But upon seeing it, I realized that it was amazing, and I fell in love with it. Then I actually imported the tin. That was a few years ago now. And I actually have two of them. One I unsealed and one I kept sealed. Here's the sealed one. And yeah, that's an amazing tin. And also, I also got the Blu-ray. So the Blu-ray, this is pretty much... I heard that, I don't know, I think our local Blu-ray is actually bare bones, because I checked the back and it had 0 extras, and so that's why I decided to import this US Blu-ray. But Evil Dead 2 is a classic. Ah, yes, Demons. Demons is another one of those films that this image scared me in the video store when I was younger. When I saw that, I was fucking frightened. That was the most frightening image I'd ever seen. So what happened, I'll tell you a story, was Demons I saw. My parents are cool, because they would let me hire any sort of blood and gore I wanted back then. Because they'd sometimes go out for the day, like to the races, and they're like, yeah, here you go, here are some movies, enjoy. Go to the video store, select what you want. My dad was cool, he let me pick out whatever I wanted. And I remember that I hired this one day, but I didn't watch it during the day, we watched it at night. And my dad, because it was the reversible cover, that's right, it wasn't this cover. Because there were two video stores. There's one up the road, you know, the guy that I still buy tapes, and another one in my other area. And they actually had the this image. But the other one, the local video store, had the reversible image. So I hired the reversible image one, because I knew it was the same movie. And we took it home, and I popped it in, and sat there. And my parents watched as well. They honestly didn't mind me watching it. And I started watching it, and I got to the part... You know, we knew it was dubbed. Well, this movie's dubbed. Don't know what country it is. It looks like it's a German movie or something. And we started watching, and then it started getting pretty disturbing. And the scene where, you know, she becomes a demon in the theater, and her, you know, nails start popping out and her tongue. That's when I got pretty frightened. And my parents just went, "Oh fuck it," and they shut it off. They said, "Yeah, this movie's getting pretty disturbing." We you know, you can hire a movie, you can watch horror movies, but that's just pretty freaking freaky. And then they went out the next day, and I still had the movie lying around. And yeah, so I plugged in the next day, and I watched it till the end. And past that, you know, the part where they become demons, it becomes really cheesy. And, you know, they got the motorbike and the theater, and it becomes really hilarious. And then I wasn't frightened of it when I saw the ending of it. I did get the Umbrella DVD. Once again, I have absolutely no clue what I've done with it. But here's the Anchor Bay DVD. The reason I got this, because it's anamorphic, and the Umbrella DVD is not in 16:9. But there's Demons, once again, that's a bit of a childhood memory of mine. This frightening image on the video store. Ah yes, Hellraiser. Hellraiser, once again, is another one of those movies that I saw when I was younger, and it really scared me. See, what happened was I hired the original Roadshow. I remember it saying a graphic uncut version. And, you know, I brought it home. My parents went out for the day, let me borrow it. But the thing was, another thing, I actually won the Roadshow on eBay, the Roadshow Hellraiser tape, but the dealer never got back to me. Never responded to any of my messages, and I'm pretty pissed off because I won it and he never responded, so I didn't get it in the end. But yeah, back to the story. So I hired the Roadshow, and I plugged it in, and after watching the first few minutes of it, where his flesh gets ripped apart, I was like, whoa, you know, this is intense horror. This is true horror. And it frightened me, but I watched it till the end. The whole idea of the whole torture concept really did scare me when I was younger. I mean, now, you know, torture, gore, torture porn, whatever the fuck they call it, that's become a modern thing. But when I first saw it, this is the only few movies of its kind. And so I got the original tin here, and I've also got the Anchor Bay DVD, which for some reason, I don't know why I have this when I already have this. And I also have the sequel. The sequel I also hired on video, the Roadshow tape, but it was actually cut, apparently. And then I saw it uncut through the DVD I got years ago, back in like 2001. And once again, that was a local import by the looks of it. But yeah, I hope you have enjoyed this video. I hope it wasn't boring. It was just to go over some of my favorite horror films and, you know, what they mean to me when I was younger, and just basically childhood memories. So anyway, I will be making another one of these soon because there are so many horror movies I got to cover, but these are the main essentials for now. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the vid. See you later.